Let's record.
Deborah.
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 I'm in the ice caps, Deborah. All the ice is melting, Deborah. Deborah.
I thought this was gonna be my meal ticket forever, Deborah.
Deborah. I'm sure he got. I'm sure he's still making money on that.
I'm sure he's still getting a lot of money.
Welcome
Folks,
to You Love to See It, a
welcome to
movie
You Love-
podcast about where we watch movies and we talk about them. This week we're talking about Ice Age.
We're talking about Ray Romano. How much do you think Ray Romano's worth? Let us know what you think at home.
I'm gonna say that famouscelebrities.com or .net or whatever says that Ray Romano is worth $300 million.
$300 million. That feels high to me. That feels Ray Romano.
They made so many Ice Age movies.
Well, yeah, and also everybody loves Raymond. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
big deal. Wow. You know, I'm gonna give it to you. $200 million.
That's good for Raymond.
Good for Raymond, huh?
Good for Raymond.
Good for Raymond. I didn't know he was the highest paid television actor in history at the time. Of Everybody Loves Raymond. Hey, I'm sorry. Hi, welcome to VGB's, the VGB's podcast. This is episode 61. I'm John Warren. With me is my forever co-host, Niki Grayson.
Deborah.
Deborah. Deborah.
Deborah.
How are you? I went back to work this week into an office and just
Boy, are
like,
your arms tired.
or my arms tired. You know, it's like you just like sometimes you leave and you go like, God, we spent all day solving a problem that doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we
Yeah.
all like ran around with our
yeah.
with panic in our souls. And the second you step outside, you're like, oh man, none of that mattered, huh? Like,
Well, yeah, that's because there are like 4 jobs that matter.
yeah,
But
What are
that's
they?
like
Go
doctor,
ahead. Doctor, okay,
like pilot,
okay,
firefighter,
mm-hmm.
chef,
Okay,
like person to prepare food. That's it.
okay. Those are the 4.
There's a 5th one, like garment maker.
Okay,
Like we need people to make clothes. Trash. That's another
so
one.
6.
So it seems like there may be a lot of important jobs, but it's not any of the
But
shit
it's
we do.
not that we do.
no,
Like
no, very
crucially,
critically.
crucially, maybe there are more important jobs than there are unimportant jobs. But we have, and
Unimportant
I
ones.
certainly have,
Yeah.
an unimportant job. But
That's all right.
still tired nonetheless. Spending all day fixing problems that no one will ever know about. But you know who didn't have a problem? Ray Romano, becoming the
Yeah.
highest paid actor in
Yeah,
2004,
that's good.
making $1.94 million an episode, and it jumped to
How much did Lady
1.75. Oh, what's her name?
Leah
no.
Remini?
No.
Is that King of Queens?
That's King of Queens. That's
Oh.
King of Queens. It's Patricia Heaton. That's right.
Heaton. That's right.
Patricia Heaton pay
Per
episode pay.
It's gonna be like 800,000.
Whoa. Okay, what do you think? So Ray was making 1.94. Wait. Hold on. Wait. He was making 1.94 million an episode in the final season. What was Patricia
Okay,
Heaton making per episode?
can
in the
I-
same?
Can I get what Brad Garrett was making? Is that listed? Just so I can have some, like a frame.
Almost certainly. Almost certainly. What's that idiot's name
Brad
again?
Garrett.
Brad Garrett per episode pay. Okay. It is 200. Well, hold on. during the same season as Ray was getting 1.94, Brad Garrett was getting $250,000 an episode. Which by the way, still fucking insane.
Yeah, no, that's still a,
Like,
a
still
quarter of $1 million
absolutely insane.
for
for
a day's
per
work.
episode
For
for
a day's
24
work.
episodes. Yeah, that's
Okay.
absolutely fucking absurd.
I'm gonna say that Patricia Heaton was making like $300,000.
She was making $450,000.
Yeah, which
Again,
that's good money.
That's really good money.
That's good money if you can
That's
get it.
really
Stand next to Ray Romano.
Really good money. They had I don't remember any of this because I didn't care about network television in the mid 2000s.
Mhm.
Actually, arguably when I should have cared about it the most because
yeah.
it was interesting. She actually called in sick to production as a protest of Ray getting that much money and no one else getting that much money.
That's real.
So solidarity. I think she's like kind of a right wing sicko.
Yeah,
Solidarity.
Question mark?
Patricia Heaton. Let me see.
I mean, I don't know. Some people with bad ideas should get also paid if you're doing the same.
Oh no! I wasn't saying
know?
that. I was just saying like, I don't need to hand it to her that hard.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
for sure. We just need to acknowledge that there are hands.
Correct.
Don't have to give them to her.
Yeah. Oh, she was. That's really funny. She was really into trying to keep Terri Schiavo alive. Like
Who?
Terri Schiavo, the lady who the right to die case. She was in an irreversible vegetative state. There was a right to die kind of thing.
In Oregon?
Was it? No, it was in
Florida?
Pennsylvania, and then Florida.
I have never heard of this person before.
Really?
In my whole
Whoa!
life.
Wow! I mean,
Well, all this shit happened to her when she 5 years before I was born.
Yeah, you were well. I mean, none of us knew about Terri Schiavo in 1990. It's just that we knew about her in 2005 when her husband was like, she wants to die. And like, she would not have wanted to just be like this for so long. She doesn't really have a life. And then basically everyone was like, no, you've got to keep this woman alive.
But isn't the whole thing, it's just because she didn't fill out the paperwork? On account of that she wasn't probably expecting to have the heart attack.
No, at 26, she wasn't expecting to have a heart attack.
So
She did not fill it.
Seems like a bummer, John.
It did. No, this case, totally a bummer.
Seems like a bummer.
Front to back.
Top to bottom. Seems
I'm
like
gonna go to Mim Bam Live and immediately ask about Terri Schiavo. Hey brothers. Can y'all weigh in on the Terri Schiavo case, please? And really dwell on the fact that she had cardiac arrest at 26 and what that means for our legal kind of advocacy for ourselves. And what would you recommend for everyone in here? Should we go make a living will right after the show? What do you think, everyone?
LegalZoom.com. Welcome to the Money Zone.
Welcome to the Money Zone.
That's crazy. Well,
yeah.
Fill out your paperwork or whatever.
Fill out your paperwork.
I don't know. Just write it down right now. Just put a note in your phone. I think at this point, like it counts. Just put a note in your phone. Just DNR.
Yeah.
If you want that. just one loose iPhone note that says DNR.
DNR. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. No. That's not. Do not resuscitate. I mistyped DKB in DNR. Donkey Nong Renanza. No, that's not what that meant.
Oh man.
Hey, you went to an event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for this one, John, you're gonna have to ask me questions. Okay, I do have a notes document, but like, I don't think I told you information about the event that I cannot share. But but I'm willing to talk a lot about this event because I have many opinions about it. Hey, should I get a different chair? I just kind of like looked at myself in the frame for the first
You
time.
are so low. Yeah. You do. You just kind of look like a child I found to answer questions about video games. Nikki is switching out their chair.
That's better.
There we go.
Hey. Yeah, ask me anything about the Battlefield 6 what I think their official wording is Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal event 2025.
Battlefield 6 did have a multiplayer reveal event this week. Nikki went to it, and there was also a trailer that dropped today, Thursday, which you can go watch right now. It's about 2 minutes long. There's also some campaign stuff up as well, but the multiplayer is what the event was focused on. It was in Los Angeles, and Nikki went to it yesterday. Nikki, see, I'm vexed already by something. You said there are things that you can't talk about that you told me about yesterday, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what
mostly just like
parts
about
of it?
people.
Oh, like specific people?
Yeah, which is like
Okay,
which
okay,
is prime
sure.
podcast to be so clear.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
simply can't.
But yeah, no, that makes sense. I just was like, what landmine am I? I wasn't gonna ask
No,
about the
no, no, no,
people,
no.
but I'll ask about the thing. First of all, how was the event? Just like you said, you had to go out to El Segundo.
I had to go down to El Segundo,
Yeah.
which honestly, for folks who don't know, El Segundo is the city that is on the other side of the airport. Mm-hmm. So like you go towards LAX. To approach LAX, most people are approaching LAX from the north.
Yeah.
If you go underneath the airport, the only way to access El Segundo if you're not taking the highway is through a big tunnel that goes underneath the runways, which I thought about this yesterday is fucking crazy, right? Mm-hmm. They're just live runways, and then there's a tunnel that there are no guys at. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
I
it
don't
is
know.
Crazy.
It's just nuts. But I think it is the side of the airport that they're not running regular commercial flights out of. I think that's like the private quote unquote wing of the airport. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was in El Segundo at this TV studio or this like production studio that it seems like they just do events there. When I was walking through,
Which by the way, for those who've never been to Los Angeles, there are like 1,000.
a million in one of these, yeah. This one just happens to be in El Segundo, adjacent to the Los Angeles Air Force Base, which I drove past also when I was riding in yesterday morning, and then I thought, like, it's crazy that there's an Air Force Base here. We don't have warplanes here. And then I was like, well, that's probably because it's all future computer shit, which is just scarier to me, I think. Or it is planes that are smaller than the planes that you and I understand, and they're just in bigger boxes hidden. Adjacent to the Air Force Base was this television studio. In the back, do you know Blippi? You know about Blippi?
Say more.
Is that guy's name?
I know Clippy.
Nah, Blippi. Hold on, I'm gonna put a photo of Blippi up on the screen. No, Darn.
Oh, now I know this guy.
But here's Blippi.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
got it.
He's a children's TV host.
Yeah,
They
can
must have-
actually can I just tell you what the
Yeah.
This is what when you search for Blippi, it says cast and there's like a list of people, and it'll say like their character name and who played them. It says Blippi, and then next to it is another picture of Blippi that says Clayton Grimm Blippi. So there are two
replaced because they had to replace Blippi because the first Blippi took time off and also got revealed as having like scat porn on the computer.
Oh no.
Or something.
Oh
Blippi
no, original
scat
Blippi?
porn.
No. Why did you do that, original Blippi?
Yeah, so this is a classic
Steven
Katie
John?
Notopoulos video post. Remember when BuzzFeed was a website that people worked at?
I do.
This headline, which honestly is the entire article, but it's kids YouTube star Blippi, quote, regrets the viral video in which he poops all over his friend.
Jesus.
So that's from 2019.
He poops all over his friend.
Yeah. Anyway, in the back, so I was walking towards the bathroom at one point, and towards the back there was a big set, like leftover, like facade, what said Blippi's Funhouse or something.
Amazing.
Next to a big sign that said Battlefield 6. The event itself was unbelievably loud, like one of the loudest ones I've ever been to, in a way that like I would actually argue is both unnecessary and particularly violent, actually.
Yeah, violent.
Because it didn't need to be like that.
Yeah.
But I am sound sensitive, and I know that. So I was like, I had already mentally prepared myself, but there were people who I would describe as looking neurotypical, which is a joke I've told, obviously. Everyone understands. They seemed regular, and they were putting their fingers in their ears, which means the thing is too loud.
It's too loud.
So it was too loud. They had spent quite a bit of money on a screen system that was exactly the same as the Overwatch League screen, but it was a screen that's like, it's a huge LED panel. There was a stage. Behind the stage there was a huge LED panel. On the sides, the left and right, there was LED panels, and on the ceiling above us, the ceiling was not low, but it was further set down than the actual ceiling of the building because there was an LED screen up at the top. What that basically meant was that they could run, like, they had the scenes from the maps in the game running on this side, so that they would come out and then they would be like, wow, welcome to Egypt. Almost, again, exactly like the Overwatch League thing did. And then they would come out, and then the surroundings would change, and you would be looking at the video game in Egypt. And then every single time a person would say something, they would come through, and then they would bomb the location as the people were talking, which was just nuts. The mix was unbelievably bad. You couldn't hear them talking over any of the loud explosions that they were doing. Then they did I didn't watch the thing because I watched it in person yesterday.
You were there.
But I assume it was the same.
You were in the battlefield.
I was in the battlefield, but in the video, there are people sitting down in the video game space, but they're real in this scene, and then it got whatever. It doesn't matter. That part was the most like 2009 kind of thing that I feel like I've experienced in games in quite a while. So yeah, that was the event. There were 2 separate zones. There were streamers,
right,
and then the people they didn't care about but felt obligated to invite. The other side had like all the stars are here. Nade Shot, Tim the Toolman Taylor, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, Golden Boy, like
the completionist, the completionist's charity,
ye old like that cadre of white. We made money playing video games, being good at Call of Duty before Twitch. Sure. That category of streamers. Was on one side. They had their own security person. I know this because I went to go pee again down the same hall that it had the Blippi thing at the end of it, and a woman came up to me and was like, "Excuse me, you can't come in here." And I said, "I'm going to the bathroom. Actually, I'm not trying to get Nade Shot. I don't know like what you."
I'm not going to jack Nade Shot off in the bathroom. No matter how many times he asks everyone that comes into the bathroom.
On the other side was media and less important creators. It is the most like, they probably don't be talking about it, but like it is the most.
Who cares?
That's how I feel. It's the most like segregated one of these has ever felt to me, in a way where it's like, I know that they know that it is more valuable for them to have Nade shot on his side of the room on a much more intricately designed visual set. It was like a multi-story.
Because he will Katamari up part of the 100 million that they need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
you won't.
And I won't.
Yeah.
Right. And
Min-Max won't.
Min-Max won't. Game Informer won't. Right.
Yeah.
But you still do need to have Game Informer and GameSpot and Min-Max. Like, you do still need to have those people there.
Right.
This is just the most naked it's ever been to me, where they were like, damn, we don't really care if you're here, but we do feel like we need to have you here.
Yep.
In order to do the coverage. So that was that. John Warren.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember Battlefield 3?
Not really.
Okay. What about Battlefield 4?
I do remember Battlefield 4. Yes.
Okay. Well, I have great news for you about Battlefield 6.
What's
awesome
that?
news for you? It's the same fucking game.
Oh.
In a way that
I did have fun playing Battlefield 4.
And
I will say.
So here's the thing that I that is the needle that I think is going to be pretty difficult to thread, because the part of my brain that is like, what the fuck are any of us doing here?
Right.
Is yelling. But the part of me where I have to play the video game is like, damn, you know what? Battlefield is good. It's a good one of these. The moment to moment in a Battlefield game is some of the most chaotic you can have in a first person shooter. Call of Duty has never gotten it right. There is not another first person shooter that does it the same way. You kind of get it when you play Halo Big Team Battle, but obviously nobody is playing Halo Big Team Battle.
Right.
And it doesn't have the same kind of like destruction and vehicle diversity and that kind of stuff that Battlefield does. Correct. This is, it's like they said, we are going to make another Battlefield 3 or another Battlefield 4. The question that I asked in the online, they did a Q&A section where we got a bunch of really bad questions, again, because the pool of questions was both that creator that creator class that was like, is that kind of person, the nade shots of them all, and then there were a bunch of actual journalists who have actual ideas and actual questions, and we scanned a QR code to ask the questions to the folks that were on stage, who were a smattering of important games people, but there was not a single lower third or indicator of who was on stage at any point. Couldn't really figure out what they were, who they were. It was 3 white men and 1 non-man, and they said maybe 20 words over the course of the 30-minute Q&A. Basically was shut out over the course of the Q&A, which I thought was interesting. And the question that I asked that never made it past the filter of
crazy,
getting
because I was like,
to get sent to the iPad.
I saw the question that you sent, because you sent it to me, and you're like, guess what? It hasn't been approved yet. And I guess in my naive brain, I was like, well, it's a really good question, so I hope it moves through.
No, it never got approved. However, like 6 is their anti-cheat questions got approved, which like, and this is the other side of it, right?
It's just a game for cheaters, guys.
No, like, and this is the part that makes the job that we do difficult.
Yes,
increasingly so, because the work that we do is increasingly put on the same level as the work that a streamer who has no scruples, no business asking any of these people in power questions, because they are fans first as opposed to critical thinkers about the thing. When you squish it and make it all the same, then you control the entirety of the narrative. The question that I asked yesterday was, it seems like this video game is a sequel to this, I'm paraphrasing now. I guess I should just read you the exact question.
You can read it. I can pull it up too.
Because I have the ability to do it.
I mean, I can find it right now.
Here it is. I have it. The question I asked, which was never approved, was what learnings did y'all bring forward from non-Battlefield 3 and 4 titles, which this game seems to be following in the footsteps of? Was not answered.
Not answered.
And I played the game for 4 hours.
And the answer is they did not have an answer. They did not have an answer for that, essentially.
They didn't. So
yeah,
and it's because they didn't, and I think it's twofold. There's two reasons why they didn't. One, because they just made another one of them.
Yeah, and
nobody liked the ones that weren't those ones. Like each one progressively after Battlefield 4 sold worse and worse and worse. So that's part of it. The second part of it is, if you then take a one more step back and you're like, okay, let's think about Battlefield 1, which I liked a lot, actually. Yeah. Like, I played a lot of Battlefield 1, surprisingly. It still kind of is the same game. The only difference is the setting and what kind of guns you have. Yeah. Like, that you lose customization because in an effort to be quote-unquote realistic, you're not going to put, like, a crazy scope on a gun in World War I, right? Like, that's just not what you're going to do. But basically, the games are the same. So I don't. Lessons is maybe is generous, perhaps. And I understand how game development works. There are constant lessons to be learned. They did really talk about how much, because this game has been developed, what they are calling out in the open through Battlefield Labs, they're getting an unbelievable amount of data about the ways that people are playing. But it kind of leads back to the thing that I was saying at talking to you about, John, at TennoCon, which is it's the worst sample that you could possibly, like, it is the most non-representative group of people you could have informing you on how you get to, again, not Battlefield Studios' words, but their bosses, what they think 100 million people are going to go play.
Again, you cannot stress this enough. EA believes that 100 million people are going to play this game.
1/3 of the United States of America is the number of people they think are going to play this video game, which is simply not going to happen. It just isn't going to happen.
No.
So, like, is it a competent one of these? Absolutely. Sure. Did I have a good time yesterday?
Sure.
Absolutely. That's because it's just more Battlefield 3 and 4. Is it new? Can I point to why it took 5 years?
No.
From the last one to now, four and some change between the last one and now?
When you watch the trailer, I can't tell.
Like,
no.
The plot in this one is crazy. Like, most of Europe leaves NATO. And they partner with a paramilitary force to do war against America. And then the hallmark, like, level is Brooklyn, is Dumbo. It's like if you close your eyes and think of Dumbo in New York City, that's where the level is. Does it look good? Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it any different than any of the other times I feel like they've represented a major American city in one of these games?
Not really.
No. And again, I don't know if that's bad.
What would I think the thing that gets me is that I have trouble coming up with what they could do to make me go, oh yeah, they might get 100 million with this. I mean, like, I still think that would be an absurd thing to do, but it's like if they were like, well, we're gonna basically make Battlefield 3 and 4 again, but it's like it's just gonna look a little bit better, and like there's some new stuff in it, but none of it is like important enough to say. It's like, no, you're not getting 100 million. But I struggle to figure out what
you make it
they
free.
could do. I guess make it free.
And but then they're not. But they aren't going to do that.
But they aren't going to do that.
And like, again, if this is going to be like, you have to assume that it's every video game is somebody's first one. But the idea that someone is going to play Battlefield 6 for the first time ever and have a good time is really difficult for me to imagine who that person is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like weird intricacies. It is like the version of the game we played obviously doesn't have any tutorialization in it. Like it is the equivalent of the open beta that is now available right now.
Yeah.
But like 100 million people requires many people who have never played this game before or have never heard of Battlefield before. And there is nothing in there that is going to be fun for a person who has never played a first-person shooter before. You're gonna get in a tank. Well, first of all, you can't guarantee that you're gonna get in a tank. You have to sit at the main menu and you have to spam click to try to get into a tank, which is the exact same system that has been in the game since I started playing Battlefield with Bad Company 2. And I thought it was a bad mechanic then, and it is a bad mechanic
not changed.
now. They have not changed that at all. Sometimes you turn a corner and then the entire enemy team spawns in front of you. Haven't fixed that. That's just, I guess that's just Battlefield. Which, like I said on my capture, which I don't have, which is another story I could talk about.
Sure.
I said that a lot. Which is like, yeah, that's just Battlefield, which is when some horse shit happens. And
your time to death in Battlefield games, if you've never played one, ranges from I'm wandering around and I cannot find another living soul to I've spawned inside of someone who is already shooting a gun at my head somehow.
Yep.
Just like, boop!
Yeah,
or I'm in the desert. I can't find a single soul.
It's so
crazy.
And again, like the chaos of Battlefield is a double-edged sword. There are times, and I had times yesterday where me and Luis, who is covering the game for Game Informer right now, and Snowbike Mike over at Kinda Funny, and Ben at MinMax were in a tank and like having a fucking blast. Like Ben, like Mike jumped out of the tank and was healing the tank as we were driving along, and then he got back in the tank and was like spectating, and we were having a fucking blast.
Yep.
And then the tank exploded and we all died. And then we were like, okay, well, I guess now we run around for a while and nothing's ever going to hit that high. But the match is going to be 30 minutes long.
30 minutes long.
So then I have to wait. And I will say there are a couple of new game modes. The game mode that the developers were all the most excited about was not playable. It's called Escalation. I couldn't really grok what it meant or what the game type was. And fortunately, we didn't get to play it. So I can't tell you. There is a new mode called Squad Deathmatch. Which is not a new mode because Halo has 2v2v2s in it already, or had it in the past. But it basically it's 16 players, 4 squads of 4 people. And then you play on a team deathmatch map. The thing I will say that I really do like about Battlefield is that the way that they recontextualize their huge maps into smaller maps for other modes.
Yeah.
And that stuff is really like continues to be
like really
prevalent
cool.
Here.
It's like really cool like game development economy kind of stuff of like efficiency of just like taking the thing you built and chunking it into any, to smaller pieces that I think are really interesting. Like Battlefield is good at that. They're good at making small playgrounds. I think the problem that they sometimes have is like the promise of piecing all of those things together in one giant map can sometimes feel so uneven that the gap between that was a fun 30 minutes versus I wish I could have that 30 minutes back. Like,
and I had a handful of those matches yesterday where I was like, we lost so bad. I didn't have fun. Nobody in my squad had fun. We lost by 300.
Yep.
Why? Like, kind of why did we spend the time doing that? Because we never really got up and over the hill.
Yep.
The other thing, there is a cynical part of me to this. I never was on a team with any of the streamers. They were almost always on teams with themselves.
Of course.
Which then I'm now thinking was probably intentional.
Yeah. Yeah.
They also were able to change their gamer tags in the game. So you knew it was Nadeshot. You knew it was Tim the Toolman Taylor.
You couldn't do that?
No, I was BF6 dash multiplayer dash 66 or whatever the fuck. You'll see it in the capture if and when I get it. But like that's the stuff that I'm talking about, where it was like you like
man,
you asked me to come. You understand that, right? Like,
you did ask me to come. Yes.
So like treat me like I'm a person a little bit.
Yep.
I'm gonna read you some of the stuff that I wrote down in my notes.
Okay.
They quote rebuilt combat from the ground up with a new kinesthetic combat system. Don't really know what that means. Okay. Mm-hmm. It feels the same. Basically, it sounds like what they mean is that you can do stuff while doing other stuff. It's just the Omni movement system that they put in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You can crouch and sprint now. You can sprint backwards. You can sprint and strafe sideways.
Which is it's not an innovation of theirs, but I will say
it's cool.
That's probably great. Yeah.
Yeah. Could I figure out how to do any of it because the controller didn't work, so I had to use keyboard and mouse, and I couldn't really.
Oh my god!
It didn't work.
You couldn't kind of claw hand your way to doing all that stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't think I ever was prone in the 4 hours that I played Battlefield yesterday because I didn't know what button it was. Honestly, it wasn't that important. Every person in the game can revive now.
Okay.
Now, does anyone who played it yesterday know that? No.
Need a heal? Need a revive? Need a revive? No?
No. And you just watch as they literally run over your corpse.
Yeah.
The tutorialization in the game is not there yet. I would hope and pray that they do some sort of big, every single person can pick another person up. You do not have to just be the medic, because in previous games, the thing that makes Battlefield special, as they say, is that it is class-based. So there's an assault class, there's a recon class, there's a medic class, there's an engineer class, and then there's another one that I've forgotten. And the medic class was the class that had the ability to revive people either through a long like a press and hold passive or on a cooldown you had a defibrillator, which basically brought the person back instantly. The medic can still do that with the defibrillator. There's no cooldown on it anymore as far as I can tell, but every single person can revive now. But obviously in my time yesterday, nobody did that. They added what they are calling Battlefield Portal, but it's just Forge mode from Halo. And I know that it's just Forge mode because the thing that they showed us to exhibit the power of the platform was, you might not, because I don't know how much Halo Reach you played. One of my favorite maps in Halo Reach was basically it was a big ramp. And at the top of the ramp were a handful of kill balls, and and it would just automatically drop like vehicles into the kill balls. They would explode, and then at random they would come down the hill. And you started at the bottom of the hill, and your goal was to get to the top of the hill without being killed. Super simple. That was in 2011. The first thing that they showed for this video game that is coming out in the year of our Lord 2025 was exactly that. Exactly the same thing. Just that again.
Just the same. Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
They hemmed and hawed about, someone was like, is a battle royale coming? And then they had the fucking audacity yesterday to sit on that stage and say, I don't know, we don't know. Is a battle royale coming? I guess we'll have to tune in.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm
there. I'm here.
And I can't talk about it until tomorrow when you tell everyone that a battle royale is coming.
It's so fucking annoying.
It's from Ripple Effect. Battlefield Studios is 5 studios. It's Motive, Ripple Effect, DICE. It might be 4, and Criterion. And they all are working on it. But Ripple Effect is the studio that is working on the Battle Royale. Which again, they told me what studio was working on it, but they would not say the
wouldn't
words.
Say that they.
Yes, we are making a Battle Royale.
Fucking dumb. Fucking dumb.
I don't have any footage
you know what?
for you.
I think it's just real quick. I do think it is kind of a blessing that you recently attended TennoCon. If you did not listen to last week's episode, I think you should, not only because it was really good and long and great, but also we talked for 25-30 minutes about TennoCon, the the
Warframe
what
and
do we call it?
Convention.
Convention, Warframe and
Yeah.
Soulframe convention that Digital Extremes puts on. It's just about basically how transparent they are around just kind of the way they build their games, the way they move their own team members around to facilitate development, like a lot of really obvious, simple, proud stuff that they're really super transparent about. I think it's a blessing that you went to like that and also
No, for real.
this event
Yeah.
in the same 2 week span, because it's like this is exactly what we don't like about
No,
the
and
industry
it
these things.
it does not, very critically, every single decision that put that thing that I went to yesterday, that was also, to be clear, is a 2-day event. They wanted me to come back today.
Yeah.
To and this is really the part where I'm like, I don't know if I need to talk about it, but I do think it's actually important for folks to understand.
Yeah.
This event was pitched as 2 days. I went yesterday for the initial pre-embargo access of it all.
Yes.
So I got there at 9 and I left at 5, right?
Yeah. Long day.
I played the game for 4 hours. Mm-hmm. The embargo was today at 12.
Yes.
We could not access the footage that they said we could record, which is not particularly important for us on this show, right?
Not really.
But for other outlets, pretty important. Mm-hmm. Until the end of the day today, when they physically gave you a hard drive with the copy of the capture on it. Mm-hmm. John, today was the exact same presentation that we watched yesterday. They made press and the creators come in today to sit for 3.5 hours to watch the same presentation and then do 4 more hours of gameplay, after which you get the hard drive.
Whoa,
it's inexplicable. It doesn't make any sense.
Also, I mean, not to name names, but it's like that doesn't seem like a lot of our colleagues did that on the media side.
It doesn't, because they didn't.
Most of our colleagues published their thoughts today. Yeah,
yes,
they published
without
their thoughts
the footage.
Without the footage.
Which is gang.
Yeah.
If you want us to, if you're gonna go through the fucking effort of letting us record the footage, and the embargo is today, do not restrict the ability for us to have the footage for the embargo until 4.5 hours after the embargo lifts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing that I don't know. If those same restrictions, RE capture, were for just us, or if every single person that was there was restricted capture, accessing the capture that they got, that part I don't know. But I would not be surprised basically either way. And that's not a good sign. I just don't think that's a good sign. To not be particularly clear. But yeah, every single decision that was made yesterday was deeply intentional, and they did not have to be that way. It could have been, everyone knows the video game is coming out. Every single person knows that the video game is coming out. You do not have to act like you've invented the video game.
That's what drives me crazy about a lot of modern PR of video games. They always act like they're inventing. It's like, no, you've got 40, arguably 40 years of modern game language and a lot of institutional experience with your fan base. You don't have to pretend like you invented this. You don't have to do that every time.
I literally know how they're made.
Yeah.
And you have to trust that people who are playing but this is the thing. You really need to function from the perspective that people know how they are made, but then in actuality they don't. And it's because instead of giving people the opportunity to learn how they're made, you present them like you invented it.
Yeah.
While you got yesterday, while you were sleeping, you had a dream and then you came to, and then the entirety of Battlefield 6 was there.
Who is it? Fucking Peter or John? I can't remember. Peter or John in the prison writing the Book of Revelation. Okay, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning of the end. Blah blah blah. Okay, all right. I'm gonna sleep on that. That was fucked up. That's crazy. Whoa. Everyone can revive now. Whoa. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, if you're going to pretend, like, okay. I will say this. It is simple, and it is also difficult in the sense that, like, what I want is for you to be so proud of the process of making your game. Mm-hmm. And I want you to get into the fucking bones of it and introduce us to the people who were excited to make it, just like we talked about last week. And again, like I mentioned it last week, if someone got really into explaining the process of making the gun charms for Call of Duty, you could do the same for stuff like Battlefield. And I just think, like, you can do that. But what I hate is the idea that you've just conjured this new thing.
Which yes,
which is like it's a bad, boring, tired way to introduce us to your game.
It's the 14th one of these.
There have been so many. Mm-hmm.
It's the 14th one.
Yes.
People, I promise you,
yeah,
people understand what Battlefield is. Mm-hmm. And even from, like, now I'm doing fucking consulting work. From the perspective of, again, 100 million people.
100 million people. Good
is
luck.
How many people they want to have play this game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the game comes out in October.
Good luck.
Where are you going to sell the people who were not in that building or not watching the stream? Mm-hmm. Where do you think you're going to sell those people on the video game? Where and when?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it isn't going to be between now and October. What did I write down? I have it in here. October 10th. 10/10/25 is when it comes out. Mm-hmm. You're not getting there. And, like, I understand they're not going to sell 100 million copies in the first weekend. Like, I get it. But, like, you're not even giving yourself an opportunity to try to sell your rehashed video game in a new way. I don't, like, to the detriment of every single person on that team who, like, I need to be so clear. They made a good video. It seems like they've made a good one of these.
Most people who were at that event yesterday seemed to really enjoy it.
Yes, the people I talked to, like, again, I had a good time playing the video game Battlefield 6. Mm-hmm. I was not thinking about Battlefield 6 prior to this event, and now I'm kind of thinking about Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
Like,
you're one of the 100 million. They should
halfway there.
Okay. Not to be crazy.
I know where you're going, bud. Let's go. I'm strapping in because I know where you're going.
They gotta sell merch. I'm one of the 100 million. They gotta fucking serial number you. They got a digital serial number you. You are 280 of the 100 million. Fucking lean into it. You said it.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's get those numbers up.
Let's get the numbers up. Be part of it.
They gotta lean in. Yeah, we want you.
It's so. It just doesn't have to be like this.
Yeah.
And I think the legitimately the most frustrating part of it.
Yeah.
Is just knowing that they are not going to hit this number.
Yeah, I know.
Like, deep in my bones. Yep. Knowing that these people who have worked so unbelievably hard have been kneecapped left and right over and over again for the last 4 years over the period of time they've developed the game. They, I'm sure, are proud in many ways and unhappy in many other ways with the thing that they are going to put onto discs onto Steam in October.
Yep.
But, like, they are not even being given the opportunity to try to do something new or different with it, which is just a bummer. Like, those folks are talented. Like I just kind of sat and hung out in one round because we were losing by 200, and I just, like, listened.
Yeah,
and, like, the Battlefield audio team is simply one of the best in video games. They have been knocking it out of the park forever, and they have only gotten better at it. Like, the game sounds so good. Like it is really intentionally considered in the ways that they have designed the audio in that game.
Sure.
How fucking sick would it have been instead yesterday of me listening to people talk to me about whether or not there was anti-cheat in the first-person shooter video game if they instead told me about the ways that they recorded footfalls or the ways that they recorded explosions, and then people could come out of that event like writing stories about that.
Sure. Yeah.
Instead of what you have today, which is I'm sure 45 fucking stories that are basically the same thing, which is regurgitating the thing I'm saying, which is, hey, do you remember Battlefield 3 and 4?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're saying it was a huge success?
Huge success. They trapped a man in a Red Bull branded military vehicle, and then they made him DJ. And he was bouncing so hard the whole military. I can send you a picture. I don't think I'm allowed to share pictures publicly.
Are you allowed to say who is the DJ?
Oh, I don't know who the DJ is. Some man. He was playing top 40.
Well, you told me that someone
that's
famous
a different
was
thing today.
Oh,
I'm talking about yesterday.
Okay. I didn't know.
That's a different thing today. I still don't know if I can say who it is, but I'll ask later.
Okay, all right. That makes sense.
So I sent here. I'll describe the JPEG again. It is a military vehicle that has been converted.
Fuck!
Right,
God, I just zoomed in.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Inside of the military vehicle, well, on the outside of it are two speakers pointed at the B and D pillars of the car. There are two speakers pointed at where the people were expected to dance.
Oh, fuck.
There is a canopy that opens up like a gull wing door a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's a platform inside for a human man to stand with his DJ deck.
Yep.
And then behind him, John just sent me a zoomed in photo of the DJ's face. Behind him is an incomplete parking lot, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Parking garage.
Yeah, parking garage near the studio where the event
Oh my
was.
God, that's incredible.
And he was playing top 40 the whole time.
Was he? Jesus Christ.
He mixed. You know what? Oh, John, you know what? I'll do a spicy take.
Okay, spicy take.
For a different reason.
Ooh, I love someone getting canceled on my shows. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's you.
I don't like Sexy Red's flow. I think it fucking sucks.
Okay.
I don't like her music.
I don't have a super strong opinion, but out of this like kind of current crop of new hip hop ladies, she's not near the top for me.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
That's the end of my story.
Okay. That's good. Well, thank you for doing that. That's a big bullet you took for us. Appreciate that.
I'm glad I went.
Yeah. No, me too. I mean,
I am glad I went because
totally.
I'm going to. This is public. They just posted about it today, so I can't talk about it. I'm going to the Blippo, not Blippy, the Blippo TV Plus event.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is the Blippo TV is a Playdate game that they've been dropping content for every week for the last couple of weeks. It's coming to Switch and Xbox and PlayStation later this year.
Yeah.
And that is at the Bob Baker Marionette Theater, which is a space I've never been in. And that event seems weird and goofy. So I think I am going to experience.
And the game / project looks cool. So
yeah, it's like an FMV cable TV channel situation. Like it seems like it has some ideas in it. So I think I will over the course of a month of like real world time, I think I will have really experienced a wide gamut of in-person games events.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's great.
But that one yesterday was tough. To not even have earplugs is like actually I think kind of violent.
Yeah.
Like the way I actually feel about it is that like you can't you just can't. There was the smallest sign.
The idea that no one like I went to I went to DreamHack Dallas, which was like fairly loud. I was working the event, but like there were several areas where you could just grab earplugs
Yeah, like
and
the
or
orange
a
foam
bottle
ones.
of water from
Yeah.
like
And
many different areas in the venue, and I was like so clearly that's pretty much I think the bare minimum for anything like that, but
yes.
it's like you don't get the bare minimum at some
No.
places, you know.
You know what was not refrigerated?
Mm.
The water. You know how big the water was? It was the little tiny
The little tiny
tiny
ones.
bottles.
Yeah.
You know what was refrigerated all
What?
over the venue? The cans of Red Bull.
Oh fuck. Well, we can't have those being warm. No, no. But the water,
The water.
I don't know.
It's
Who
fine. Who's
cares?
drinking that?
Well, thanks for going.
Yeah.
Thanks for being our on the spot correspondent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to hear about these things.
Yeah, and like I like going to them. I hope they continue to invite me. I would
Absolutely.
understand if they stopped,
Yeah.
but I do like going to them.
They'll never hear this. Don't worry about it. It's totally
I
fine.
do like going to them, and I don't know. I think it's like it is important. The thing I was talking to someone about it yesterday, but I was like, when I was child looking at E3 on the television, I was obviously fucking jazzed about the press conferences, but I could not wrap my mind around what they did when they left the room.
Yeah.
You know, like I just
Yeah.
knew that they were going to play the video game, but I didn't know what that meant. So I do think it is important to at least talk about what these events look like, because they look way different now than they did during the heyday of the medium.
Yeah.
Which I would argue was like the like early to mid 2000s, with the end of like the nadir of it being like 2011 or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, folks. Do you have one of those Nintendo Switch 2s? Well, if you do, you learned about a whole lot of third-party software you can get your hands on over the next 6 months. There was a Nintendo Partner Showcase as of the morning that we recorded this on a Thursday, bright and early, 6 a.m. Pacific, very early. There was a lot of stuff announced, not a whole lot of, I think, surprises. But I would say a couple of them, a couple of little surprises. I've pulled up the list of everything that there is.
I'm looking at restart.run from someone named, it says here, Imran Khan.
Imran Khan?
Yeah. Sounds familiar, but I'm not
I
sure.
heard that guy's buying a house.
That guy's got house money?
Yeah, apparently. They said it today. It's very exciting.
Hell
Good
yeah.
for them.
Congrats to Imran. And
Congrats.
Reb.
It's a big deal. Yeah, I there were some things. Well, first of all, I just like we have to start with like maybe the story of the year. Maybe the biggest thing that was announced is, of course, the immediate shadow drop and confirmation of Hollow Knight Silksong, which did come out today.
Came out right today.
Congrats to that team. Of course, I am kidding. That game did not come out today, was not even talked about today. And in fact, there was a piece written on the new Polygon.com with the headline, Hollow Knight Silksong is real and playable next month, which is a good kind of headline for your video game.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone says your game's real, you know you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think what I think happened there is I think that the Nintendo promotional deal must have expired.
It must have.
Because I think Microsoft has it now.
I think Microsoft has it, and also I think Microsoft has I believe, probably good kind of mentality on this of like, okay, we should probably not talk about this for a little while until it's actually done, maybe, because they talked about it way too early. But that's just me talking about my favorite game that will never come out, Hollow Knight Silksong. But there were a lot of games announced. Some stuff that's like already out. We already know about it. Apex Legends, that's coming. Madden 26, Madden skipped Switch before now and is now on Switch, and of course FC is now coming to Switch too.
Did they say? I
Both of
guess
them.
I'm sure they didn't. Is it the real versions of the game?
They appear to be the real versions of the game, but they do not run well.
Okay,
It
that's
appears.
fine.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's
not
not fine. I don't know why I said it's fine.
Well, I mean, I think the other thing I want to talk about is that Star Wars Outlaws was announced for Switch 2, which like when you think about giant open world game, is that really going to work well? Yeah, this game is going to take like a hit from a frame rate and texture perspective, but after playing Cyberpunk for many, many, many hours and feeling like that was a pretty good way to play that game, both in handheld and docked, I'm kind of excited for like big swings like this to like put games like this on Switch 2, and I don't think that's a bad game. I think it is an uneven game, but if you really are jonesing for an open world kind of sandboxy RPG, you could do a lot worse, I feel like.
Yep.
So that's an interesting one. Did anything else kind of stick out to you?
Nah, the cool thing about the partner showcases is that I can mostly ignore them.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding. Katamari
I'm not.
is exciting to me.
I am super excited about Katamari. There is, I think it's a new Katamari game. That's
It is
the
a
thing. I'm
new
a
Katamari
little.
game,
It is a
which
brand
is
new one.
really
It's called
yeah.
Once Upon a Katamari.
Yes.
It'll
It
be
is
out on
brand
October 24th, and it looks really, really delightful.
Yeah. Now I will say I'm currently playing through whatever one was just on sale on the Switch. Is it We Love Katamari?
I think so.
Yes, We Love Katamari Reroll Plus Royal Reverie is the full name of that video game.
Yeah.
Which is I think a remake of the first one.
Yes.
It looks the same.
Looks the same.
So I have a lot of questions about how they make this video game. Like how much of it is them booting up a computer running Windows XP. I know it's not that, but like it looks the exact same as the HD version of the game that they remastered the game into, which I'm sure that's exactly what they did. They brought all of the tech up to date so that they could just make more games in it. You can customize your prints in this one.
You can customize your prints, which is neat. I will say this game doesn't run very well, it looks like, on Switch 2.
It's because it's a Switch 1 game, John.
It is a Switch 1 game. That is true. Actually, I want to say I'm thinking Switch 2 for a lot of this stuff, but a lot of these things were actually advertised specifically for Switch, and many of them do not have Switch 2 upgrades connected to them.
Some of them
clear. Some of them.
Which one is it? It's
Octopath Traveler.
It's Octopath Traveler. Square Enix said, "Listen, dog, we don't even know how we would upgrade you, so we won't. So you can't. We won't, and you can't buy the game again, or don't buy it yet."
Yep. You also need to know that Octopath Traveler 2 was announced. I mean, Octopath Traveler 0 was announced, heavily influenced by Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent, which is a gacha game. It's a phone game, but it's going to remove the gacha stuff and retool the story for a more traditional experience. I think that's a good clarification to make about this game. I think a lot of people were excited, but then kind of came out that it's like, well, it's based on a free-to-play gacha game. You can recruit up to 30 characters, but they're obviously going to strip away a lot of the parts of that experience that are not optimal for a console title. You got to basically just make sure you get the right version of Octopath Traveler 0 for your experience, because they will not upgrade you. Very interesting.
Which is so, like...
I know.
What are you talking about?
I know. Final Fantasy Tactics is coming to Switch, which is not super surprising. Cool. I've said all I need to say about that game, and you can go back and listen to my thoughts about why I think you should just fucking pirate that game and emulate it. But if you're excited about that, cool, great.
What is
And
this
then
Elliot game? Why does it look the same as Octopath Traveler?
okay, listen. I think the overall problem that I have with Square Enix right now is they are making two types of games. It feels like, well, they're really making three types of games. The third type of game they're making is a game that no one plays, and like a couple of sickos are really excited about it, but like no one plays. The second type of game that
Wait,
they're
what
making,
is that game? What is that? What kind of game is that?
like Slumberly Gemma,
Yeah,
the
for sure.
magical heirloom,
Yeah,
which is
that's
like an
what it is.
anime season, like cozy RPG. It's like there were a few of those that came out over the past couple of years, and like a lot of people were excited about them but like no one talked about them when they actually came out. Those
Yeah.
kind of games. I don't even remember what combination of words I just said, but I did.
That's
I
close.
did. It
I
was
know
close.
exactly what game you're
Okay.
talking about.
And the second kind of game is like really, really way too expensive, way too long to come out, AAA, massive experiences. And the other are HD 2D games that look fucking identical to each other.
Yes, the exact same.
There were multiple games that were announced in this vein. Today, one was one was what you just said, which
The
was
Adventures of Elliot: The Millennium Tales.
the Adventures of Elliot: Millennial Tales. That's huge, great, good for you. And then there was one with maybe the funniest shit. Fuck, where is it? It had
Romancing Saga 2: The Revenge of the Seven Switch 2 edition. Is it that? Is
no,
that
it
them?
was
Are you thinking of Apex Legends?
oh no, I apologize. I was confused by what I had seen earlier. You
Oh,
are in the Adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tales. You are exploring a place called Philadelphia, which is very close to Philadelphia. So this and Octopath Traveler 0 look
look
fucking
the same.
identical.
They look
They
the
look
exact
identical. They
same.
look so much the same. But the Adventures of Elliot is an action RPG.
Yeah, it's not turn based.
It's not turn based. It's an action RPG. There's kind of an interesting combination of 3D effects um, and 2D sprites that are, I think, a little bit more compelling than to look at than Octopath in the way that that's made. But I can't stress this enough. This shit all looks the same.
Yeah.
This engine, the way all the stuff is rendered, the way the lighting is, the way the haze is created, I think these games look identical, and it is driving me crazy. When I said something like that earlier on Blue Sky, one of our listeners and someone who follows me on Blue Sky was like, "I feel crazy because I think these games all look super distinct and cool." And I'm the opposite. Like I feel like I'm on drugs because I just all this shit looks the same, and I don't like the way it looks. Um, but I will say, elements of this game I do like turn-based RPGs, but elements of this game, especially the turn-based, I mean the action element of this, and a lot of the different ways that it looks like you can play and kind of suit your play style, it does intrigue me more than a new Octopath game on a personal level. So, okay, I'm excited about that. I guess. Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 are coming to Switch 2. Um, Just Dance 2026 is coming to Switch, which has got a Dua Lipa song in it. Wow. Um, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is also coming to Nintendo Switch 2. They showed Borderlands 4 for a nanosecond, which will be out in October. Um, and then, yeah, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. That's got a demo out. So that game comes out at the end of August, but you can play it now. Um, And yeah, Persona 3 Reload is coming to Switch on
You're
October
skipping
23rd.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure Wheat Flower Wonderland DLC.
You want to do a tight 20 on that?
No, that's one of the worst running looking video games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know.
It ran so bad when I saw it, whatever the last time I saw it was. I don't even remember that. It had to have been last SGF.
Yeah.
Is when I saw it last. It was running on Switch and it was framey. It looked like it ran so poorly. I'm sure it doesn't run like that anymore.
You know, a game apparently that I played at SGF and just came out and apparently is worse than it was when I played it at SGF.
Yeah, I do.
The Tales of the Shire
Tales
game.
Of the Shire. Yeah, I was with you
Unbelievable.
at that appointment. And that game looked like it could have had juice. I don't understand what they
It had
did.
juice. They like the big cool thing about that game when I played it for demo was that the furniture positioning stuff was not on a grid.
Yeah.
It was able to rotate and move into irregular nooks, which I thought was like actually really smart and cool.
Yeah.
And allows you to create spaces that feel genuinely lived in instead of like, you know, people made really interesting, you know, stuff in Animal Crossing, of course, but you are limited in what you can do with the kind of grid system.
It feels like a grid. Like none of the spaces in Animal Crossing are spaces that human people would live in.
Correct.
Because of the way that they are restricted angle-wise.
But I thought Tales of the Shire, okay, you've solved this problem. That's kind of neat. And then that apparently the game runs so badly. The review I read said it crashed 18 times. 18 times.
Bad?
That's pretty bad. So too bad. Yeah, that Nintendo partner showcase, like whatever. Some of those games are exciting. Of course, being a weird sports sicko, I will be like intrigued to see if Madden and or FC 26 actually run well enough to play with any sort of consistency. But that is that. They also showed a trailer for the new fucking Hyrule Warriors: The Age of Imprisonment.
But no date.
No date. That's a Muso. I'm not super into those, but if you want to spend more time with King Rauru,
it'll be the first one that runs
chance.
okay.
It'll be the first one that runs okay, which is neat. Good for them.
Yeah. I really wanted to like that second one. Well, I wanted to like the first one also, but that game ran really poorly. I also really wanted to like the second one, and it ran worse.
Yep.
So, right? This is the third one, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I'm making that up. Yeah, because the first one was regular.
Mm-hmm.
Just what if it was in Hyrule? The first one was Breath of the Wild, and then
Yep.
Got it.
This one's Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that.
I'm glad I didn't wake up at whatever.
Yeah, me too. I was up, but I was like, I could watch this, or I could like
do anything else.
Do anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Hey, we did have some breaking news. As of this recording, itch.io has begun to re-index free adult not safe for work content, and they are starting to slowly support paid content. They're going to be reintroducing that slowly.
Yeah, do you want to read what the restriction the restriction they received from Stripe? Or the clarification they received from Stripe. It's in.
Yes, it says Stripe asked us to pass along the following message to our users. Quote, Stripe is currently unable to support sexually explicit content due to restrictions placed on them by their banking partners. Despite card networks generally supporting adult content with appropriate registrations, Stripe has indicated that they hope to be able to support adult content in the future. Now, I don't know. But I seem to remember your favorite games podcast last week did kind of identify the banks as kind of the problem here right away. Yeah. Now, you may say, well, John, Niki, this is just them passing the buck because now they're maybe. Yeah. Or maybe sometimes we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's probably that second one. They also said that.
By the way, thank you for pointing it out because I had not scrolled all the way down yet. That's delightful.
The other thing is that they said that they can't process any payment through Stripe. I think the quote is if it is sexually gratifying.
Yes.
Is the word? Is that what the wording is?
Um,
or like
the
displays
glossary is it's okay. The last audit of. Wait. Yes, it says content designed for sexual gratification.
That's all of it. Well, not all of it. That's like
No, it's not.
98.
Well, also crucially, it's not all of it. Like a lot of the stuff that they got
Right, is not that.
is
No,
not
for
that.
Sure. For sure.
But also,
It's
a lot of it is.
the part of it that doesn't, the circle that doesn't square is they're saying that, but also they'll process payments on Pornhub.
Yes, they will. Yes.
And
Now,
also, like, what the definition of gratification is arbitrary. And
so arbitrary.
Yes, it is like
overly broad.
There are some stories where it's very clearly not displaying gratification, but like
Correct.
if you are relying on the decisions of an increasingly chaste group of people to determine what is deterministically determine or decide what is
jack offable.
Yes, then where are we going?
What are we doing? What are we going? So that is an important update. So just so you know, hey, I don't know, maybe the banks are the problem. Weird, so strange.
Yeah, when I say that's all of it, I mean that's all of it to them.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. I also want to point out a very, very, very interesting detail about Capcom. Capcom's sales for this past quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They posted their top 10 sellers. Okay. Niki, have you seen this chart?
I haven't. Exoborn.
Name 3 games that sold more than Monster Hunter Wilds.
Exoborn.
No.
That's not even them.
No, it's not.
Exo Primal, which is the actual game that I meant to say.
No.
Damn. 3 Capcom games that sold more than Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mm-hmm. In this past quarter.
Remake.
That's correct. That's 1. Wait, no.
2.
Oh yeah, no, that is correct. Yes.
Okay. RE2 remake?
That is correct. Can you name a third?
What else does Capcom make? I'm just gonna look at a list of Capcom games.
Well, they got a really.
Hunter...
Street Fighter. Okay, Street Fighter 6. Okay, here I'm gonna name the other ones that you missed. The other Niki 8 Capcom games that sold better from bottom to top. We have Resident Evil 2. We have Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition.
That's damning.
We have Street Fighter 6. We have Devil May Cry HD Collection. We have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. We have Resident Evil 4. We have Resident Evil Village. And coming in at the top, Devil May Cry 5. You know what was just behind Monster Hunter Wilds in the 10th spot?
Wait.
I'm not kidding. Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Now, the Devil May Cry games, I want to be very clear, went on crazy sale.
Okay.
They went on sale. They went on sale and the anime came out or whatever.
Okay.
So
there, in what world is DMC5, which is now it makes sense. It was the cheap one and the newest one, so that's the one that they bought.
Yes.
I was gonna say, oh boy, maybe pack that whole fucking company up, gang. I don't know what the plan is.
What did it just beat out? It's 9th on that list. What is 10th on that list?
Exo Primal.
Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh shit, for the Switch?
For the fucking Switch and PC. That game that came out during the pandemic is nipping at the heels. Nipping at the heels of Monster Hunter Wilds. So
it sold a lot though.
It sold fine, but the company is not happy about it.
Well, yeah, because I guess they thought they were gonna sell more.
they thought they were going to sell a lot more, and I think they thought it was going to be kind of a Monster Hunter World
Yeah,
situation.
long tail.
And it does not appear to be the case.
Maybe they should have made the game fun.
Maybe they should have made the game fun. A lot of people are coming to this news with the idea of like, maybe you should go back to making them kind of the way that they were before and see if that does anything for
but
you.
It's like,
so,
I don't know. From their perspective,
yeah,
the idea of making one, like, I get why they fell in the trap, but it is kind of the same trap that Battlefield 6 has.
Yes.
Where it's like, if you are trying to broaden the base,
yes,
it's a perpetual problem with it, like infinite growth.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to broaden the base, you're going to make the people who like the game already upset.
Correct.
And then the people you have broadened the base for aren't passionate enough to sustain or stay.
That's true.
So what you've actually done is you've diluted your product for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people who bought the game, for whom it was their first one, don't play it anymore. And then the people who were ride or die for you based off of the last one don't like the changes that you've made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
it's hard. It's a hard position to be in.
position to be in.
Hard position to be in.
Yeah, success
Definitely
does not
hard.
always beget success.
Yes. Yeah.
But listen, it's nice for us to be on the right side of history yet again. The game was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't be in this situation.
Too bad they keep making bad games, huh? Too bad. But a lot of those games ahead of it, pretty good games.
Yeah,
Go
people
check
like
them out. What have you been playing? Did you?
I rolled credits.
You
on
did.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey's Kong.
Bonanza.
I have not done
you have
that.
Not. Yeah.
No, we could talk about it though.
This guy's going to the office. That game ends 5 times.
Yeah, I've heard that it's a big.
I think that game might be too long.
Ooh, yeah.
Like there were points where I was like, gang, like you gotta get me out of here.
Does it go into a post game or does it kind of?
Yes.
It
so
does?
there is like very explicitly credits roll. They put you back in a place and then you run around and they're like, hey, can you please go over here? Mm-hmm. And then character appears and then you're given another mission.
That thing. Okay.
Yeah. So like very explicitly a post game.
Okay.
But the thing I will say, because there are a billion fucking bespoke levels, they're not all the same length, and I think that actually is a benefit and a detriment to it, because the pacing of it feels kind of stop-start at the end of the game.
Okay.
Because you don't know how long the segment is going to be.
Sure.
And I actually think that the resort layer, like after the resort layer, the pacing of that game kind of falls apart. And it is because the resort layer is so short.
Yeah, it's very short.
It's so short because it introduces a mechanic that is unbelievably important for the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. But then after that, the pacing is so all over the place. Like you get to a stage and you're like, wow, this one's, I'm sure, going to be really, really long. And it isn't. And you get to one that you're like, oh, wow, I don't really love being here. I'm sure this one's going to be short. And then it's long.
It's really long.
But they played so much Elden Ring.
Yeah.
They played so much Elden Ring.
There's a lot.
When they were making this one.
The deeper you get into it, it's like, okay, this is the most Dark Soulsy game that they've ever made.
They really, and it like wears it on its sleeve too. Like there is late game stuff that I don't want to spoil because the reveal of it is actually like, I was like, oh, the video game is really good. Like you have had characters in your toy box for 40 years, kinds of stuff that you only Nintendo can pay off. But the framing of it is just Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it is like kind of shocking. The end of that game, again, like I've said it every single week since the game came out.
Yeah.
But now that I have finished it, it's just a Disney movie. And I'm legitimately confused as to how they have allowed the movies that they make, the actual movies, to lose lose the narrative thread. And I guess it's
Yeah.
actually fine. Like the Mario movie was it was the biggest movie of the year it came out, in part
Yep.
because I saw it so many times. But it like it is so different than the tone of this video game, like so different.
Yes.
And they're both explicitly children's
Yeah.
media, right? But
Yeah.
it approaches the audience from a completely different perspective, re whether they or not they respect you and think that you're a person with a brain in your skull, or a heart in your chest, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I where are you, John? Have you made any?
No, I'm still in Tempest Lair. I just became Elephant. Spoilers,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I just became Elephant.
Yeah.
Becoming Elephant makes everything at that level almost trivial in terms of like difficulty, which is fun because that level is actually like kind of difficult, before you
Yes, until it
kind
isn't.
of unlock it essentially, and then it's pretty easy. So I'm about to beat it and go on to whatever's next, and yeah, I would like to dust it soon. I think I
Yeah.
can dust it this weekend. We'll see.
And it is, John. It's going to take
It's
you
a
longer
big-
than you. It's
yeah,
going to take
yeah.
you longer than you think it is.
Yeah,
From that perspective. 'Cause
I don't like. I kept looking at the skill tree,
Yes.
and I'm like, I
It's-
think we still got some more stuff to do.
Yeah. But after
Yeah.
Elephant, there's only one.
Okay.
But the amount of time between Elephant and then the
And
last
the other one,
is
interesting.
crazy. So
Okay.
I think it's one of the issues I will say with the end of this game that I finished it today, so it's really raw
Fresh.
and I haven't really processed. But like, because the pacing is so all over the place at the end of the game, it asks you to play with all of the bonanzas towards the end in a way where you're like, well, I haven't touched these ones
In a
in
long
hours,
time.
in a
Yeah.
really long time.
They
So
do
there were-
not spread that out, like
And-
at all, which was surprising to me.
Yes. There are some levels where you're in one stage and they're like, oh, in order to get into this challenge room, you have to be bonanza
Sure.
for
Yes.
2 stages back.
Yeah.
And that is cool. I think the game needed more of that because there were a handful of sections in the last 2 big layers where I sat there and was like, what do you want me to do here?
Yeah. You
Before
you
I
didn't play-
remembered.
you didn't play enough with the visual language of the different powers that you have throughout the game
Yeah.
to make it clear what you have to do when they're all kind of thrown at you at once. Which
Yes.
is like a classic, by the way, a classic Nintendo. Like the end of Majora's Mask, you basically have 4 different sections where you're mixing and matching all the different masks and mask abilities to get through these like challenges.
Hey,
but
John,
the
they
problem
remembered
is
that
that
too.
yeah, they remember that. The problem that I think Bananza has, which is what I've kind of heard, is they're not playing with all of those things all the time the way that Majora's Mask did, which is like there are so many scenarios where you need a specific mask to do something important. And I just felt like that wasn't really the case so far
Yeah.
in Bananza. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, like I don't think I don't know if it takes away from my enjoyment of it. It does feel like I would have done
Yeah.
an editor and maybe squished some stuff. But then again, like you do get every single layer, all of these layers that I'm talking about towards the end of the game where I was like, I don't know if you needed to do this one. I am shocked that this is the aesthetic direction that you went with in your 3D Mario platformer.
Yeah.
Like I'm shocked that the Nintendo game looks like this.
Yeah.
The Forbidden Layer is like some of the craziest. Like it looks like it looks like what I think they think Xenoblade looks like.
That's amazing. That's good. That's good. I can't wait. I want to get there.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, cool.
So I played that.
Cool. Amazing. I didn't really play much. I played some more college football. Run blocking and pass blocking in that game is just super broken, just like it
Right.
always is.
No way to fix it. It's only, how many have they made? It's like the fourth, maybe this is the second one, John. So
It's only the second one that they've
it's
ever
only
made.
the second one. So
Only the second football game they've ever made. Crucially, don't really have anything else to say about that. You know what? I've been playing a lot of Puzzmo.
hell yeah.
Puzzmo
What's your
is really
favorite
good.
one in there?
I have to be honest. I just really love the crossword. Their crossword's always really fun.
I wish
but
they had a mini.
I do kind of wish they had a mini. I will say the other ones that I've enjoyed. I've liked Mimoku, which is a matching.
What's that one?
Mimoku is basically Sudoku and memory matched up.
Oh, I'm Gucci.
Sure. But I've also been into Wordbind recently. That's still experimental after all
Wordbind
this
is
time, but I still think it's really good. I kind of been dabbling in pile up poker, but sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish there was a crossword that was half as big.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be as small as the New York Times mini because I think that is too small.
That
also,
is
like
too
that
small.
game is like that is not a that's a time game. Like the New York Times mini crossword is a timed game.
Yep.
And the Puzzmo crossword is not a timed situation, but I think something in the in between would be good. Something that maybe took me 10 minutes as opposed to sometimes the other crossword will take me longer than that. I think would be nice.
Yeah. But I what?
I started playing generous Pokemon TCG Pocket again.
Yes.
Because they added a new there's a new set which is Pokemon from Johto. And the first day that set came out, the Pokemon Company had to take down the hero card for the Ho-Oh version of the set because the art that they used was straight up traced off of somebody else's fan art. And it's one of those like kind of crazy situations where like the terms and conditions for the Pokemon Company is basically like, we don't care if you use fan art or if you make fan art, but also we do own all of it. Did they steal directly from a person who made the art? Yes. But also legally that was already theirs. Which is like just kind of it feels like law on the playground.
Yep.
Where you just say that's mine even if it isn't yours. So now if you get the card right now, it does the beautiful animation, and then there's a huge pink square over where the art should be that says new art coming.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Which is really good.
God, that'd be really funny. I'd love if they did that with physical trading cards. Like, we have to hold on a second. The new packs you get just have a blank thing that says. You gotta trade it in. We'll trade you in just a card that says like it's coming soon, and then we'll mail you a new one when it's ready. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Puzzmo has I don't know if you know, but Puzzmo has an app now on iPhone, so you can play that on your phone now, which is really nice.
And you might be able to get it from your library.
You might be able to get it from your library. You might also be able to play it in other places, soon. Go to vgbs.com/join and you can ask us questions and join the Hive. You can join the Hive and then go to the Hive.
Make me happy.
I know. And you can go to the Hive and go to the Hive content channel and ask us any question. We got a lot of them. I think everybody was so psyched that we answered every single question last week that we got a lot of questions this week. We're going to try to. You know what? We'll try to hit them all. Who knows? Okay. We can maybe get them all. Thank you to My Hero Zero for breaking the ice with Are we still in the era of famous actors thinking video games are frivolous wastes of time, but the money is too good to turn down?
I wish we could have clarified from what perspective. Who's
because
people?
Because My Hero Zero, I think I don't actually, you know what? I'm not going to assume I know which way you mean it.
Hit us
because
back
that
with, like,
that would be presumptuous. But I'm going to answer it honestly, is that they are frivolous waste of time, and the money is too good to turn down. Because why the fuck would you be in The Last of Us? Why the fuck? Like that? That's trash. It's trash.
Program? Is that what you're saying? Like in an adaptation? Is that what you're saying? Or is that do you think what My Hero Zero is saying?
I
or
think
be
My Hero
in
Zero
the video game, or be associated with the video game. There's so many.
Oh,
I
I
see. Do you know what I'm
see.
saying?
I
There's
do
so many
see.
iterations
I do
of
see.
be involved to me that I'm confused.
What's the
Hollywood
last
part
famous
of it-
actor that was in a video game? I guess. Well, okay, Kojima's shit, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
But okay, so here's the way I think about it. For Hollywood,
Okay.
it is that's what they're making.
yes.
So it's that one's not really a choice. It's just like
Correct.
they're making
Correct.
another for them.
Uh-huh.
They're making another television show.
Yep.
And I can be on that television show.
Yep.
From the game's perspective, your agent tells you that Kojima's important,
Yeah.
so you're in the Kojima game.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there's a profile of Hideo in Sense by Kevin Nguyen, who works at The Verge. Normally, I don't really know how. I don't know. Whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
not at The Verge.
That's- you know what? It's
I
none
don't
of our
really know.
business.
It's none of our fucking business. Like, get your fucking check. But like the article is on Sense. It's a profile. It seems really good. I've read a little bit of it, but I haven't finished the whole thing. Anyway, go read that. It's on SSEN SSENSE, and then just type in Kojima.
GarySinise.com.
That's right, GarySinise.com/Kojima. And then for commercials, that's just easy money. Like
That's
they
just
got
easy
Joe
money.
Latruglio for the Switch 2 reveal commercial.
Yeah.
And they like Nintendo was like, we need a safe white guy.
Yeah.
And they called up Joe. Like that, and who the fuck is he to say no to that money?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. My Hero Zero. Ask that question again next week, like with some clarification.
please.
Okay. Lovik asks, what's the most money you've spent on something dumb? Which, like, boy, when I saw this one come through, I was like, I don't know. Like, definition of something dumb is something pretty stretched for me.
Yeah.
Because I would say a lot of things I've spent money on is pretty dumb.
I spent 17,000 American dollars on a Mini Cooper. That was
pretty
stupid.
dumb.
That was
Pretty
pretty
dumb.
Like I should have just bought a Corolla.
Pretty dumb.
You know, that was not smart of me.
I mean, I spent a lot. I spent $249,000 on a house in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
You had
That's
to.
pretty
You
dumb.
lived in it. You lived.
Yeah,
in it,
but
though.
it's
That's
but it
different.
was but it was pretty dumb though. It was pretty dumb.
Would I have done it?
No, that's what I'm saying. Should I have done it? No.
Nah.
So I think like that's like to stretch the answer like super far. That's probably my answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like what the dumbest thing I've spent a lot of money on.
A person in Games Press who I will not share the name of, but I will tell the story because I didn't ask. But I will tell the story. Went into a store to purchase a phone charger, and they were quoted $80 for the phone charger, and then instead of leaving,
They bought it.
they did purchase the phone charger for $80. And someone
That's
told
incredible.
me that, and
That's incredible.
I don't think you could have fucking waterboarded that out of me.
Okay, in that vein, I'm sure there's been something like that.
No, for sure. I spent great one.
Yeah,
on that
we just talked about this, right?
I spent $65 on $25 headphones at
Earbuds.
the airport on my way
yeah.
to TennoCon because
Yep.
I didn't have my headphones, and the only way to get them was to buy them inside of the airport.
Yep.
So that was stupid.
Yep. I bought something I can't use. What did I? I bought something like in the past year that I bought kind of on a whim, and I was like, and I got it, and I can't use it, and I haven't returned it yet.
What is it?
Oh, it was. Oh, I know what it was. It was the camera I bought to replace the Sony because the Sony kept overheating. I have not used that camera one fucking time, and I
It
spent
was you got a
$700
Panasonic
on it.
joint, right?
Yeah. I spent
Oh,
$700
I
on
have
that.
bad news, bud. I think you're out of the return window.
Oh. To be clear, I'm super aware of that.
Oh, okay.
But I just like when I
said
say I
I
haven't
haven't
returned it
returned
yet,
yet.
I shouldn't have said yet. I did not return it.
I
Like,
see.
let me clarify.
That's
I
real.
did not return it.
Yeah,
Now,
that's different.
now, granted, I could figure out the way to use it for myself. I could figure that out, but I have not done that yet.
Nah, this
So
one hasn't
until I
overheated in a
do,
while.
until that's true, until I do figure that out, that's definitely the
high up
dumbest
there.
thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty high up there.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure if you again, like leave me alone for 10 minutes, and I'm sure I could come up with something else.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dumb shit that I own in my house.
MC Benji asks, "What's your go-to hot sauce flavor, style, and/or brands?" I have a bottle of Crystal hot sauce in my pantry / fridge like 100% of the time. I'll start with
Yeah.
that.
I'm not a hot sauce person, but I would lean
Yeah.
towards a Crystal or a Red Rooster.
Yeah. So I always have a bottle of Crystal. I usually have a bottle of something green in the house as well. I have also there is a
He's googling. He's googling.
Yeah.
I don't. Excuse me. I don't fuck with hot sauce like that. So
Yeah.
it's tough for me. I was on a really good tilt of learning to be better at spice, and then I kind of fell off. So it's been a minute since I had anything particularly spicy. So I'll get there. John's still Googling, has not found what he's looking for.
No, I haven't. This is fucking insane. Why can't I find it?
I don't know. Do you have anything about it that you could possibly use to tell you?
It is a lady who makes mustard in Fort Worth. She makes hot sauces and she makes hot sauces. She makes. Oh wait! Whoa! Oh, yeah, it's Melinda's. It's Melinda's. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God.
This is one of the bunch of bottles that I stole from the Fandom San Francisco office.
That's amazing. So Melinda makes a habanero honey mustard, which is really delicious.
So fucking spicy to me.
It is crucially really spicy.
Yeah.
But it has got a great combination of heat, of acid, of sweetness. It's like a really delicious sauce. So I do love that a lot. So I usually have a Melinda's habanero honey mustard. I have something green, which is usually a yellow bird, but I've been a little bit disappointed. So you can also find me getting like a spicy Ardez avocado hot sauce, which are also pretty good. And then always have Crystal. I almost said Crystal.
Crystal, yeah. Putting Crystal on my fucking
fried chicken. Yeah. So that's great. My Hero Zero asks, what game has the coolest save point design? Good question.
I really like the save points. Cool is, I think, is really relative.
Yeah.
But the one that immediately came to mind are the ones in Undertale and Deltarune, if only because they are so simple.
Yeah.
That the little flavor text that you get when you go to save elevates them, and there are a couple that I think about frequently, because they're just really simple, like little bits of flavor text that I think are really nice. And I think in the idea of what a save point is, having a brief moment of reflection about what those things are is actually really, really nice for the player to have.
Yeah.
So I think that might be my actual answer.
That's great. I think. Oh,
He's gonna sneeze. He sneezed.
Wow,
That was
sorry.
a crazy one.
That was a
It
crazy
came
one.
out of nowhere, and it was so hard he like fell back in his chair.
I was like trying to like turn away, but I really couldn't get there. Sorry, everyone. Um, I this is such a good question. I'm gonna start with I think what is like kind of my obvious no brainer answer, which is the typewriter in Resident Evil of like
Yeah, that's a good one.
getting the ribbons. Like they kind of did away with like having to find the ribbons and like limiting the number of save points you have, which I thought was like so sick when they did that in the
Yeah.
90s. But like that in combination with the fact that like every typewriter is basically in a safe room that had its own music and stuff. Like I really loved that. I like Metal Gear Solid having to call someone and they're like breaking the fourth wall, being like, "Hey, Snake, you want to save for progress?"
Yeah.
You know, sure. Like that's great. I love the weird kind of symbol design of the original Final Fantasy VII save points, and I also do love talking to the Moogles in Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah.
They all have a different personality. They all have a different name. Every single save point in the game has like a different unique quality.
That's
They have
great.
mail that you give them, and they can give to
Wow.
you. So I think that's really fun. So that's my answer. Okay, Grace, big question. Gonna read it. Do you think that with all the studio closures and the scarcity of funding, we are entering a new era of indie gaming? I've been thinking a lot about how it seems like the middle class of game studios is getting hollowed out, leaving only giant AAA studios and super indies in the wake. Consumer tastes for huge AAA games will likely persist, but if the trend towards enshittification continues, do you think gamers will finally start turning toward indies in mass? I would argue that they are already turning toward indies in mass.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, but I think that has already begun.
I
A
also
lot of
think
the games that are breaking through on big levels, both on Steam charts and on like social, are not AAA video games. Which is so that's starting. But the hollowing out of it and the removal of like the middle class, lower class of indie devs is like something that I do think is happening. Yes.
Yeah, I think there are going to continue to be a lot of people who are making games, but I think there are going to be more people who are not making any money from the video
Yes.
games that they're making.
Yeah.
Which is like I think that's all art now.
Yep.
That just the market is different than it used to be.
Yeah.
But it also means that like when a game like Peak comes out,
Yes.
it can go crazy because it's $5
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or however. I think it was $5 or it's $5,
Yeah.
right? Like that. I think we are going to get more of those. Which like depending on how you define like a super indie,
Yeah.
like Landfall and Aggro Crab, those are teams that have published a bunch of games that people like and are independent studios. Like that is it was a game jam game for sure, but it is a bunch of unbelievably talented independent game developers.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we are going to see a big stratification
Yes.
of a lot of cheap games that are popping off, and then every year one or two games is going to be in the conversation, and then obviously we're all going to buy Battlefield 6.
All 100 million of us. Yeah, Grace, like I think I do think about the quote unquote middle class game dev that is going to decide to stop making games on the side and actually just like dedicate themselves to like going to a 9 to 5 that's not in games and then just being kind of burnt out and not coming back. But I think a lot of those people will come back or they will keep doing their thing. So I do think there will be a lot more indie games, but like we're already at a point where there are probably too many, to be honest. Just from a standpoint of
Yeah.
we're never at any point aware of everything that is available to us at any point. Which is
But it's fine. I mean, I like for sure. Is there a lot of stuff, but also
no, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. When I
Yeah.
say too many, I just mean like there are too many for any of us to be aware of.
No,
And that's
yes. And I do think that there are a lot of teams who are making games that are doomed from the start,
Yes.
not because of any of the work that they are doing.
No.
And that is both small teams and big teams.
Yep.
Like Battlefield, right?
That's just art.
You're
That's just
making
being
it
commercial
for an audience that might not exist at all.
By the time you're done with it.
By the time you're done with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Jason asking, am I wrong in thinking that a gaming outlet slashing their freelance budget does not portend good things? Well, I'm going to answer your question seriously. I don't know which one you're talking about. I haven't seen because I've been at work all day and not online, which has been actually really great. But also, yeah, I've been missing stuff. They could be slashing it to hire someone full time. They could be slashing it for various reasons, but they also could be slashing it because it's not a good sign for them.
Yeah, lots of reasons.
Lots of reasons. Bone Chunk Actual asks, do you foresee a trend for many current day young gamers who primarily play popular free-to-play games, eventually migrating to non-free-to-play games? Or do you suspect that many or most of them will just stay in those ecosystems forever?
Yeah. They'll stay there forever.
I think even though they will have the disposable income, they are probably prone to stick with what they grew up playing, which is if I had played a lot of free to play games growing up, or like my parents didn't constantly go like, oh, I got to buy you another fucking $80 video game. Mm-hmm. My life would probably be pretty different and my habits would probably be pretty different. It probably would be. They'll probably stay there. Best non-games thing you've heard of because of games, asks Funk. Best non-games thing that I have heard of because of games. Probably soccer. I'm just kidding. You know what? Actually, legit. Probably a lot of stuff about cars.
For sure.
Like how cars work and like Gran Turismo, like the inner workings of cars and like little stuff you can do. Like I didn't know any of that shit.
Yeah.
I still know a lot less than I wish I did. But I think I know to some extent how a car works a little bit better because of games like Gran Turismo. I heard about. It's not really what you're asking, Funk. I'm going to keep thinking about it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I'll think about that one and I might reply in Discord. That's a good question.
That is a good question. Probably something in a Metal Gear Solid game, actually. Like,
yeah, like about Shagohod and the ways that it kind of really turned the war for the United States.
Oh, I thought DARPA was something that Kojima made up. I did. So technically I did. I hear about DARPA.
That's good.
But I wouldn't say that's the best non-game thing.
The Fox Die stuff, you didn't know about that either.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. But I for real, did not know about DARPA. I wouldn't say that's like cool, but I did not know about it until I played a Kojima game.
That's such a bummer about the only thing that's a bummer about Starfield is that they were so high on their own supply about calling it NASA punk or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's only one part of the game where you interact with anything that is adjacent to NASA, which is so goofy because they could have been such a different. The tone of it could have been so different if it was steeped in telling the story of the in between.
Yeah.
Our perception of space travel and that game's fantastical version of space travel.
Yeah.
Haven't done on Starfield in a minute, so it felt.
No, you haven't. It's fun when you do that. I love it when you reach back into that.
Bummer. I can't believe I beat it.
I really can't believe you beat it either. I really can't believe you beat it. It's amazing. Valerie B asking, what's the most criminally underused genre?
There are not enough good Animal Crossings.
There are not enough good Animal Crossings. Again, we just talked about the horse game. Just sports, guys. Like, it's just fucking sports.
Game.
Like if more sports games ought to be made, and they'll be wrapped up in a different package, and you'll be like, yes, I can't wait to dress up as my favorite cat guys and Soccer Pal heroes. And it's like,
That's
just
a
like
great.
soccer
Write that
now.
down. Write that down.
Soccer Pal heroes. All right, everyone, Jordan, cut this part out. Like, I can't wait to show up to fucking Gen Con dressed as my favorite Super Cat heroes. You just like soccer. Congrats.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So that's my answer. How do you feel about Silksong being confirmed real, Valerie? Just come on.
I hope they send you a care package. I'm gonna hit up. I'm gonna hit up PR.
Jesus, yeah, please do.
And I'm gonna send them every clip of you
Please
saying
do.
it's not coming out, and I hope they show up to your
Please do.
house with the EXE.
I do too. I hope they do too. I hope they do too. Jason asks, are there any other genres that don't mean anything anymore, like role playing or cozy games?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. You know what? You nailed two of them.
That's two of them. Those are the two big ones. But
Yeah.
I don't even know if cozy games is a genre more than it is a descriptor of game. But then
it's also a bad descriptor.
It's a bad
of games,
descriptor of games.
Like, yeah.
But Metroidvania doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly because they'll call anything a Metroidvania. Souls-like doesn't really mean anything anymore because they'll call everything a Souls-like.
Yeah.
When they actually mean third-person character action game.
Yeah.
That is hard, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. You can say whatever. Your game is whatever you say it is. You're the one making it, you know?
You're the one making it. You're the one making it. My Hero Zero, more of a prompt than a question. I'd love to hear more thoughts about the growing trend of games getting released and taken off storefronts after they have massive issues. I guess to throw a question in there, but more curious about the discussion of the trend. What should the term be for those games? I've heard unreleased, but surely there's a better way to describe this. I do think unreleased is like a kind of a craven way to say that. I think it's like
The Hunter?
Shut the fuck up. What was the one that was just taken off? It was Splitgate 2.
Splitgate 2.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the trend. I mean, like, it is... CD Projekt Red has so much money, and they made so much money off the original sale of Cyberpunk 2077, that the math they had to do to figure out that taking it off the store and fixing it made a ton of sense for them.
Yeah.
They could eat that cost, and they also knew that they could make it back.
Yeah, if they gave the game the additional calendar year it needed, they could get back there. Yeah,
and they made so much money off the initial sale of games that did not get refunded. I want to say, like, the PlayStation 4 version of this got refunded, but like the PC, I don't think got refunded at all. Like that was just like
and the number of people who the return rate, I would love to know.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm sure it wasn't like.
It wasn't 90%.
Yes, exactly. Like the process through people played the game, it didn't work. They then didn't play it anymore.
And then they might have come back to it.
They came back. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of teams probably saw that, and maybe thought, well, okay, like now patching a game, if it's not ready, is the norm. Why not taking it off the store is now the norm? We put it on, we took it off. The problem is it's really the wrong lesson. And I don't even think Cyberpunk, I don't even think CD Projekt would say that they had fun doing that, or that was like the point. Like they didn't try to do that. Super embarrassing. So I think it's pretty embarrassing when it happens. And unreleased is, maybe I would call it a retracted game.
That feels better because the game did unreleased implies to me that like I don't think you can unrelease something. Like,
yeah,
you can put. They did release it.
Yeah,
and then
again,
they took it away.
again,
it's
folks,
like a separate
they
action.
did hand Reggie Bush the fucking Heisman. I don't know what to
Yes,
tell you.
we
all saw it. Like the guy had the Heisman, we saw it, and they go, "Well, he didn't win the Heisman anymore." Guys, we have our fucking eyeballs, okay? Like we know that this was on the store and it was out and it
And then they
existed.
took it
So
off.
unreleased doesn't work. I think retracted or something is like more
Yeah.
of a
because people saw it, people
Yep.
spent money on it, people played it, and then
Yes.
they took it away.
Yes.
Unreleased is like NBA Elite.
We're coming up to the rudest thing anyone's ever said to me on this thing. Just by the
Great.
way, just a quick little tease.
NBA Elite
Uh-huh.
is the closest to a game that has been unreleased.
Yes.
Which is
yes.
they pressed it, they shipped it, it was in stores.
And then they were
Some
just like,
people had it,
Yep.
and then they said, actually, never mind, do not sell this.
Yeah.
That game was unreleased, you know?
Do you think this is my own hype question for you?
Uh,
Do you think Andrew Bynum's legacy is already more tied to NBA Elite than his actual playing career, or are we not there yet?
I don't think that, because I know how important that guy was to kind of my personal happiness for a couple of years there. But more broadly, yeah, absolutely. But like, here's what we'll do. I can do this right now. You go to the basket
Just do a Google
chat.
basket.
No,
chat.
no, no.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's true.
Does anyone
Well, no, they don't know.
in here know anything about NBA Elite, the video game? Thumbs up or down, yes. Thumbs up if yes. Thumbs down if no. Great. We'll report back next week.
We'll report back next week. We did also just get a photo posted by LeBron James of him working out in front of the Clippers logo.
Where is he?
So
But it's the old Clippers logo.
it's the old Clippers logo, but why would he post that? Is he going back in time?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
does
Why
that
is he
mean?
doing that? Anyway,
It's the old Clippers logo.
it's
Where
the
is
old
he?
Clippers logo. I don't know where he is. Zayark asks, do you think we'll ever see a return to form for video games being released that are tie-ins to big movie releases that release at the same time? Or are we just now and forever stuck with Fortnite skins being the closest form of video game tie-in? Looking at the Fantastic Four skins as... I never said that out loud before. Fantastic Four skins.
Yeah,
It's
it's
great. As a recent example of this may or may not be an attempt to hear Fantastic Four skins being said on the podcast. Who can tell? Thanks, Aaron.
Gotcha.
Got me.
What was the question?
Do we
I
think
was
we'll
trying
ever
to
see
figure out where
tie-in video
LeBron
games?
is.
Do we ever think we'll see tie-in video games
The
again?
the biggest game in the world is of the year
Is
is
a
Marvel
l-
Rivals. Is a tie-in game.
Yeah, but that's not really a tie-in. It's a live service game. It's a live tie-in game.
So you're saying that doesn't count? It's called Marvel
No,
Rivals.
it doesn't count.
You mean a game called Shrek 4?
I mean a game called Jurassic Park World Revisited or whatever the fuck that
Yep,
new one
that's
is.
it. Jurassic Park World Revisited.
Re-Jurassic. Yeah, I mean Devil Wears Prada 2 for Switch 2.
The game.
You know,
No, absolutely.
yeah. Like
Yo.
what?
A Devil Wears Prada game, except it's the Dress to Impress shit from Roblox.
Amazing.
Except cut that out.
You cut that
Except
out.
like
Hey Jordan, cut that out.
you get real brands to do
Yes, yeah.
like actual clothes in it.
Yep.
But
And
it
if you-
is functionally just Dress to Impress.
Yep.
And it can be mobile, but it is
can be
called
mobile.
The Devil Wears Prada, and you have to put together like looks for a magazine, and then there's a feed in the game of
Yes.
people's magazines, and then there's a leaderboard depending on how many likes. Please
really
cut
good.
this out.
You actually you know what's funny is that 15 seconds ago I was like, this isn't worth cutting out. And then I'm like, you actually went too far. Like, this was actually pretty good. This is actually pretty solid. And I do think someone needs to probably get in touch, to be honest.
You can't take it. TM.
And if you get a bad outfit, Meryl Streep kills you. Deletes your save.
A gun comes out of the phone and shoots you.
Yep. I actually don't think they're coming back. I think like the closest thing we'll get are just like kids things.
Didn't they make a Mummy game?
No, they didn't. What movie did Mummy? What do you mean? Did they just make? What do you mean? Did they just make a Mummy game? What are you in 1999? What do you mean they just made a Mummy game? What movie? What movie or TV show recently came out?
The Mummy.
Mummy.
They just made a game called The Mummy Demastered. It came out It came out in 2017.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was for the Tom Cruise Mummy movie.
Wow. Oh yeah. I do remember that now. And it actually was like kind of well received.
And it was people liked it. So actually,
yeah, people liked it. Actually, no, that's true. But that was again 8 years ago.
That was 8 years ago. Yeah.
So I don't know if it definitely not is going to be back in the way it was in the mid 90s, like for sure.
Borderlands.
Jason asks, that's not this. That's not the same. Jason asks, are there any games you loved when you were a kid that you've revisited and they held up? Yeah, Mario 64. I think that holds up. I think Mario World holds up.
Yeah.
I think Mario 3 holds up.
The original Animal Crossing I played a little bit of right when New Horizons came out.
Yeah.
Or right before New Horizons came out because I think I was excited about it. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, yeah, the game's still good. They got it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Minecraft.
yeah. Your childhood and my childhood pretty different.
Pretty different.
Yeah,
like does Minecraft still hit? Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it does. It does. And then Jason asks, can we please get John to say I'll do a bonus podcast this weekend real quick? It's the rudest thing anyone's ever said. It's fucking rude.
Never.
But I will
promise.
I will do a podcast this weekend.
Wow, he said it.
Abyssal Dision asked Drake or Ja Rule.
Damn. I think I'm gonna go with Ja Rule.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ja. What's your favorite rice, quinoa, lentils, shovable food?
Oh, just like a fucking grain I like.
Yeah.
I mean, like jasmine, like white rice, like it just kind of goes crazy. You can do
rice kind of goes
white
crazy.
Rice. Like
rice goes crazy. I'll be honest. There's an episode of Home Movies where
Yep, there it is.
Where Benton Muley, the kid that everyone hates, has Brendan, the main character, over for dinner, and Brendan's grossed out that he and his mom are eating buttered white rice.
No, that's a delicious.
Here's the thing though. Buttered white rice goes fucking crazy.
That's a delicious
it goes crazy.
Meal.
So pretty much almost any interpretation of rice is good. I love a rice and an egg. I love a rice and just like a chicken bowl. I love some veggies in rice. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do with rice. I just love rice so much.
Rice goes crazy.
Oh God. What's the thing you add to rice that gives it a bonus? Asks Fonk. I will make cilantro lime rice often, and it's great.
Just putting like any, you can just salt. Many people don't salt their rice.
Oh, that's insane.
Which is so nuts.
My brother-in-law, bless his heart. My brother-in-law Eric is great. Hi, Eric. You're probably not listening to this. He did come over. He's kind of like on a health kick. He's not eating sugar and really watching his stuff because he's a little bit older than me. But he's in great shape. Anyway, he did make a big vat of rice while I was at work one day, and he was like, Hey, I made rice. I was like, great. Not salted.
Yep. Yeah, and
Not
like
salted.
just
It's
put
got to
the
be
fucking
salted.
salt in the rice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's free.
It's free.
The also like a good one is rice vinegar.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just a little splash of that in there. And
Sure.
obviously, it depends on what you're having the
But
rice
yeah,
for.
depends on what you're
Like
doing.
it's not a universal. Don't put rice vinegar if you're having. I don't like not. You know what I mean. Whatever.
Jason asks, while we're talking food, have you made anything lately you were particularly happy with?
I had salmon in the fridge that I needed to make.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, I don't want to do anything to it. So I just tossed it in the air fryer for 15 minutes. And I like made the whole meal that I ate off of 2 times in in literally 15 minutes. And I made salmon and there was gnocchi and then I like sauteed some kale. Like it was so simple,
Yum.
like sustenance
Yeah.
tier. But then I was like, oh shit, that was great. Like I didn't wasn't really thinking. I just like made myself food for 2
Yeah.
meals. When I got home from the battlefield thing, I was fucking hungry. And I was like, thank Christ I have this meal that I made the other day. Because then I ate it and was like, yummy, all of the things I need for my body.
I love
So
that.
that's nice.
It's a great answer. I made butter swim biscuits the other day, which are basically you don't cut butter into the biscuit dough. You just melt it into the pan and then put the biscuit dough in the pan, spread it out, and the butter will basically just get soaked up by the biscuit as it cooks. So it basically cuts what is the most annoying step of making biscuits is cutting in the cold butter and all that stuff and rolling everything.
Yeah.
They tasted great. It has a crust on the bottom and sides that is like buttery. So it's really, really good.
That sounds great. Oh.
But folks, does not have the texture really of a biscuit.
That's part of the thing for me.
It kind of has like almost a focaccia kind of thing going, which is is good. But when I think I want a biscuit, that's not what I'm thinking. So, but it was good. But I was also like, I don't know if I'll do this again. Pokemon are real now. What funny lizard do you pick as your own? Asks Soy Socks.
Now,
coughing.
Pokemon are no.
That's mine.
That's such a bad answer. It's an unbelievably bad answer.
I'm ready to die, guys.
You
I'm just ready. I'm ready.
You want one that you can take with you places.
Yeah.
So that kind of is going to take out any of the ones that, like, if Pokemon are real tomorrow, you're not going to be able to get on a flight with a Cyndaquil.
No.
You know? Because that fucker's got fire actively coming out of his back.
Correct.
You want a guy that is either really close to an animal, like a skitty, right? Because that looks like a weird cat. But you could get fucked up and you can go like with an Apom, because then it's got a big hand as a tail, and that's cool. It's a weird little monkey lemur guy. But then you don't want like a human man. You don't want a Mr. Mime or a Mime Junior.
I hate
because
that.
then you have to deal with the ethics of that,
owning a
again,
man,
which we are not equipped really to do, right?
Wait. We're not equipped to say you shouldn't own other men? I think we're equipped to do that.
No, we are equipped to do that.
Oh, okay,
sure.
okay. You
We
mean just the reality? Okay.
are not equipped if all of a sudden there was a class of guys
Right.
that
No,
knew
you're
magic
right.
spells.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. I thought you meant us. I was like, I think we could pretty much go ahead and just kind of
We can
we can state our case on that. I feel like
for sure.
Okay.
But if tomorrow there was a second class of guys who could actively do magic spells and looked like people, couldn't talk but definitely had feelings and ideas, I think we'd be in a world of trouble. So anyway, the correct answer is you got to get a big bird that can fly you places. So it's like a Pidgeotto or a Staraptor or a Pidgeot. One of those. I think a big bird, one of the big bird guys. Or you could be a fucking clown and get a Trio. You could ride it everywhere.
I'm
I think
boring.
those fuckers can still learn fly.
I'd pick like an Eevee or something, just a little cute guy.
That's good. Yeah, or you just want a dog.
I just want a
That's
dog.
the other one, right? Like you get a dog type Pokemon.
Yeah, I just want a dog.
Or like an electricity dog, you get a Manetric. That might go crazy.
That might, yeah.
John, what do you think a Manetric looks like? You nodded like you knew what a Manetric was.
Probably an electric dog.
It's exactly right, John. It's an electric dog.
Fucking got it. How do you spell that?
Manetric. Do you get it?
Oh, I don't want one of these though.
Dog does look like a cop.
It does look like a cop. It does look like a cop. I don't like it. It does look like a cop. I'm not a fan.
I didn't know that there was a Mega Manetric.
Mega Manetric, yeah.
Yeah, you can Mega evolve the Manetric.
Not a fan. I'm good. I'm good on that dog.
Do you like Electrike more?
Electrike?
Yeah, it's the one that it evolves from. It's a
yeah, it's dog. Cuter. It's way cuter.
Yeah,
way cuter. Yeah, I'd like this little guy. This little guy's cute.
I'd take a Phanpy. Phanpy.
Oh yeah,
that's a little fucking
Phanpy's cute. It's a little elephant guy.
Elephant guy.
Yeah, like a little
elephant.
He does a little like flying leap. Oh my gosh,
yeah, he's pretty
really
good.
Cute.
That's a good
he's
lizard.
Pretty cute. It's a good lizard. Yeah, this is a good lizard. All right, just a few more questions. Chihuahua Pugs, in honor of Gliders going out soon. That's right. Thanks, Chihuahua Pugs. Favorite gaming accessory?
The glider.
No, stop it.
For a little bit, if you asked me this question last year or a year and a half ago, it would have been whatever fucking third-party Joy-Con I got that didn't hurt my hands.
Mm-hmm. Well, now the Switch 2's out.
But now the Switch 2 is out, so it's not that. Yeah. The glow light was really bad, so don't say that for the Game Boy. Don't say that one because you'd be lying.
Yeah. The clip-on light, I don't have really a good answer, so this is my honest answer, is that I got so sad that I couldn't see Game Boy in the back of my parents' dark car that when I got a little clip-on light for it, I could see again. That was my favorite accessory.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you
that's
said
before
a glow light anyway.
That's before they put a backlight on those fuckers. Isn't that crazy?
No, I was alive for that.
No, you weren't.
Okay.
You were. No, I don't know. You're right. They did suck. They did suck. They weren't very good.
Well, yeah, because the problem is not that the screen. It's not that there wasn't enough light on the screen. Well, yes, there was.
Well,
that was part of the
that
problem.
Is part
but
of
like,
it. Yes.
The solution was not shoot light
shoot
over the
light
glass.
At the glass.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
I definitely had from a Game Boy Color. I had one that attached from the top. And it flipped over, and it was like a magnifying glass.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
It had lights in the around the rim of the magnifying glass.
Yeah,
which all that did was magnify the lights onto the thing, so it was even more illegible.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. I really liked my. Was the question just accessories?
Yeah,
I liked my Waterfield case, like my Waterfield bags case that I had for my 3DS, which was unbelievably well made until I lost that 3DS. They still make bags for the Switch. It was like the City Slicker case. It's really expensive because it's unbelievably well made. But that was really good. I liked that.
I like a lot of the little stands I have for my Steam Deck and Switch and Retroids. Some of them have little adapters that plug into HDMI and charge them and stuff like that. Those are probably my favorite accessories right now. All right, 3 more questions. What is the best non-Metal Gear Snake game in game? Nope.
That's it.
Best non-Metal Gear Snake in games, asks Jason.
Best non-Metal Gear Snake in games. There was a Snake platformer.
Yeah. Where you wrap
Do you remember
around.
what that game was called? Was it Snake's Tale?
Snake Pass.
Snake Pass.
Snake Pass.
I thought that game was good.
That game
It
was
might
good.
not have been.
No, that game was good. I like
I
that game.
thought that game was good.
That game is good. I'm gonna say Snake Man from Mega Man 3. That's probably my favorite.
That's pretty good. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I think that's my answer. Also, got any thoughts on the death of Click to Cancel? Asks Jason. I did not see that had happened. But
it's dead.
So they were going to make it easier for all of us to basically just opt out of shit really, really easily, and now that is dead. I have no thoughts otherwise, other than just like it's predictable that this happened this way, especially under this administration. That everything's going to get worse for a long time.
Yeah. That's
Wish
it.
I had a better answer.
Don't be surprised.
Electric Gauntlet, rounding out the entire group with, what's your favorite fictional sports media?
What that mean?
Yeah, you know what? We got bookended by two questions that needed clarification.
Like, do you mean do you mean like ESPN
like
8 the Ocho? Is that what
is
you're
it-
talking about?
You know what? Let's say yeah.
Okay, ESPN 8 the Ocho.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good gag. Like it simply is.
It's a really good gag. It's a really good gag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Like, is Pyre an answer to this question?
I think Pyre is an answer to this question. I think Necessary Roughness, which I talked about last week, is part of this question.
Yeah, it's like, is it? Oh, maybe this isn't a Happy Gilmore.
Maybe it's a Sandlot
vein.
situation.
Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2?
I'm not. I'm not yet. I think I will, but I'm not yet.
I don't have Netflix.
I don't know if Julie Bowen's in this movie. I've seen
She
a
is in the
snippet of
movie.
her, and I've seen her on the press tour.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I get the sense that you might die in the first 5 minutes of this movie or something.
I think it's one of those.
Like, I do feel like it's something like that, which is like fine, but it's also kind of weird to, like, Julie Bowen was kind of nobody when Happy Gilmore was made, but like is not nobody now.
Now, yeah.
So it's just interesting to be like, is Julie Bowen in this movie? I don't know. Oh,
Did you learn what happens to her in the flick? John, I think you can spoil Happy Gilmore.
I just scrolled down to the cast and it just says Julie Bowen as Virginia, Happy's late wife.
Great.
So that kind of answers the question right there and then. All right, folks. Well, that's where we'll leave this episode. Thanks so much for sticking around. Another kind of long one, not 3 hours, but thanks for sticking it out for the whole time. Go to vgbs.com/join. You can also follow us over on vgbs.com on Blue Sky, and go to twitch.tv/vgbs and join us every Tuesday for Wake Up Honey. It's Tuesday, which is a wonderful streaming experience that we do every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central on Tuesday. Did I mention that it was on Tuesday?
It's on what day is it on?
It's on Tuesday. Yeah, thanks so much. You can go to makeyouthink.club. That's Niki's newsletter. You can go to feetlegal.com. That's where you can pre-order a glider. 100 of those babies are made and ready to go out, barring a firmware fix. So get yourself on the list to get one, I guess. Niki, anything else you want to plug? No. Well, there's nothing else I want to plug either, so we should just get out of here. All right, folks, thanks so much for another great week of hanging out with us. Thanks, gamers. And you know what? From Niki, from myself, and from Virginia, Happy's late wife, keep on buzzing!